Hi folks, Brian here with Geomagnetic Earth Watch on Wednesday, April 19, 2023 on our planet. I hope you're all well. So people, start to expect the unexpected in diverse places. What I see happening is of no surprise to me because I expect it. Now, this seems to be a subject that almost all other YouTubers do not want to acknowledge or understand, or they are not spiritually awake. And some are there to be a diversion from the truth, suspiciously. Now let's talk about that 4.9 earthquake off the coast, east coast of the United States, Carolinas. Actually, two spots, a 4.5 and a 4.9 at shallow depths. I'm not surprised. I expect it. Now, if I were to go back on my records, there has been some previous seismic activity off the coast of the Carolinas. Now, that's one of many recent examples. Very minor. Others were 4.6 off the coast of Nova Scotia a couple of weeks ago. Magnitude 4 in the North Sea, England. Magnitude 4, 4 point something off the coast of California, well south of the Mendocino Ridge. Had nothing to do with the Cascadia subduction zone. Magnitude 4 is off of the south tip of South America. The earthquakes in diverse places are just starting out, but not in the magnitude that Matthew 24, Mark 13, Luke 21 refer to. Now, there has indeed been a noticeable increase in deep earthquake events in diverse places where we never ever have deep earthquakes as well. The large cluster over 12 deep earthquakes below Central America, Panama, Nicaragua, Honduras, Mexico, Yucatan Peninsula, and deep earthquakes in other locations on our planet. Now, in my opinion, by the gravitational and electromagnetic influence from a large celestial body coming in, let's call it biblical wormwood. And if this is true, and it's already within our solar system, then we can expect an increase in these seismic and volcanic events in frequency and magnitude. I can, again, give you reference to scriptures. The beginnings of sorrows, the things that must happen as we enter into tribulation, not at the end of tribulation, but the things that have to happen before. The wars and rumors of wars, the earthquakes in diverse places, the pestilence, the famines, the signs terrifying from above. So when you look at all these things, and you look what's happening on our planet, and you look at the stage being prepared for the beast system, it's all coming together, isn't it? So I'm going to repeat myself. This is something I've been saying for the past year. If indeed there are changes happening within the outer core of our planet where a magnetic field is generated from, hence the magnetic pole excursions, by the electromagnetic influence from a large celestial body coming in, then we're first going to see these changes where Earth's crust is thinnest, as for example that 4.9 earthquake in the Atlantic Ocean, right in between the two continental shelves, between the continental shelf of the United States and Bermuda, where the ocean plate is the thinnest. And I have shown many, many other examples over the past year. So remember, this is a mantle plume. Mantle plumes are anchored to the outer core of our planet. They come into contact through the lithosphere to the underside of the Earth's crust. The head, the tail, the head can be thousands of kilometers in diameter. It can have branches, arms, nodes pushing up underneath the crust. Something happens down here, or here at the mantle transition zone, deep earthquakes, what I call a magma wave action goes up. And I have given many examples over the past several months. Now, other recent earthquakes in diverse places, but again, not what he wants us to see, not yet. 4.6 a couple of weeks ago off the coast of Nova Scotia in the ocean again. 4 point something in the North Sea, England. Magnitude 4 point something off the coast of California, well south of the Mendocino Ridge. It had nothing to do with the Cascadia subduction zone. So earthquakes are now starting in diverse places. However, it is the deep earthquakes. Now, let's go through a few examples where those of you who are new don't know. Sizable events. Now, on July 29, 2021, the Alaska Peninsula, there was a magnitude 9.5 earthquake, which the USGS very quickly downgraded to an 8.2. However, global seismograph stations picked that up as a 9.5. 1. 2. Every single tsunami buoy on the northern edge of the Pacific Plate from Honshu, Japan, all the way up to Russia, Kamchatka, Alaska, to the coast of Oregon, went into event mode 10 minutes after that earthquake. Now, it wasn't a tsunami because tsunami wave takes 4 to 5 hours to reach to Japan and 4 hours to reach Oregon. What happened? Okay. The north end of the Pacific Plate was pushed up, subducted. The antipode, south of Sandwich Island, was hit with an 8.2. So I'll repeat myself. Antipode earthquakes. Seismic energy can travel through the earth, through the core, and come out on the other side. It will lose between a 1 and a 1.5 magnitude. The 8.2 at the South Sandwich Island was the antipode from the 9.5. It lost 1.3 magnitude. Now, in between those two earthquakes, we had a devastating earthquake, 7.6 or thereabouts in Haiti. Fulcrum point. January 2023, we had a 7.8 earthquake in the Banda Sea, Indonesia. At the same time, approximately 2,800 kilometers away, tsunami buoys in the Philippine Sea were put into motion. Again, no tsunami. Well, what happened? Mantle plume. Banda Sea, Philippine Sea. A branch, an arm, or node, right? Earthquake, tsunami buoys. I don't see anybody else picking up on this. Now, I made a suggestion or a comment, I don't know, a couple of foodies ago. I get very tired. I get no sleep at night. What about a mantle plume below North America? Huh? Now, when I started 6 years ago, I said I had a spiritual awakening, but that which I tried to match up my observations, my findings, the earth changes to what Scripture says is going to happen. Now, I see other people post on their Facebook pages and all that. Their, I don't know, righteous selves posts something happens, and they'll go and they'll write pages and pages and pages of reference to scriptures to something that happened. Events for everybody to see and to feel and to know his wrath. Not yet, but it's starting, kids. Expect the unexpected in diverse places. Because this time around in Earth's disaster cycles, he's involved. And everything adds up to Acts 2, verse 19. Signs of the earth below, blood, fire, and billows of smoke. Volcanoes. So when we think of the next disaster, everybody's so focused on the Cascadia subduction zone, for example. Plumes of hot fluid leaking out. You know that was first discovered in 2015? You know that? It's not new. What if the next major event is the east coast of North America? The lined up undersea mounts off the coast of New York, where that buoy goes in the motion every once in a while, and those mysterious earthquakes in Buffalo, New York. Maybe that's the next big one. What about volcanoes? We only think of history. Krakatoa, Tambora, Toba. We worry about Vesuvius and Campiflagra. What about my hometown, Vancouver, British Columbia? Garibaldi. Huh? Maybe it might be that one. Maybe it's going to be all of them. Acts 2, verse 19, last sentence. Billows of smoke from the earth below. So, I'm going to do more watching of what's going on in the east coast of the United States. And someone made a comment, something about, I don't know, spacecraft or space debris or something crashing. Come on, wake up. 4.9 earthquake from that? Really? If it was an asteroid or meteorite or something, a 4.9 earthquake from that, where's the tsunami? Come on, give your head a shake. Okay. Underneath, people. Underneath. I watched one guy's YouTube video on that earthquake, and he's confounded. He doesn't understand it. He can't figure it out. His words. And again, a lot of people seem to not want to acknowledge, know, or understand Scripture. It's all clearly laid out in his playlist. Okay, it's all there, and everything's happening. It's all happening. The wars and the rumors of wars, the signs of the earthquakes in diverse places, the pestilence and the famines, and the signs wondrous and both terrifying from above. Don't just think about what happened in past history. All right. Let's go through it quickly again. 4.9 off the coast of Carolinas, 4.6 off the coast of Nova Scotia, 4 point something in the North Sea, England, 4 point something off the coast of California. It's not the Cascadia subduction zone. 4 point something off the south tip of South America. Many deep earthquakes below Central America. Deep earthquakes in other locations. The United Nations still pushing coastal city sea level rise of biblical proportions. They're still pushing it. They're telling you what's going to happen. But of course they have to use the cover story, which a lot of people believe. That probably explains why I only have 554 subscribers on YouTube and about maybe 4,500 people on Facebook, and everybody else has, whatever, right? It goes to show you how out of touch society is. Now, the most prominent YouTuber out there, the one who loses self-control over his emotions, whenever somebody asks him about the 9th planet or Planet X, he is adamant it does not exist, yet he never gives any explanation to his reasoning. If someone make 1,000 comments in one of his videos, but one person asks, what about the 9th planet or what about Planet X? He will jump on that comment in denial. I'm thinking maybe he is a plant to keep people distracted. And the other one, sorry, I can't say his name. He doesn't believe in Scripture, he doesn't believe in the Bible, doesn't understand it. Pay attention, people. Pay attention in your own backyard, okay? Expect the unexpected. Again, if it is as I believe that there's a large celestial body coming in, they're not going to go away. It's only going to pick up. And therefore, expect an intensification of the distractions out there. The Biden distractions, the buffoon Trump distractions, the Ukraine distractions, the China, Taiwan distractions, all of it. And if it is much closer, expect a reason for them to keep us locked down again. Climate lockdowns. Some people ask me, they reach out to me personally and they ask me, when do I think the next big event is going to be? I don't know, man. I watch our planet more than anybody else is. It's not so much when, but it's going to be the where. See you later.